What's up? What's up? You are in the lounge with Dre and Vee. I am your co-host, Queen V, and I have with me this dude that's driving me loco, Dre. What up, Dre?
Queen V, what's the good word? What's going on? And I'm not driving you local. I'm driving you to a better place.
Ah, what's up? What's up?
Nothing much. I'm excited about this episode. I know that, being that we live in it. You ready for it?
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, all right. So, welcome to episode 51. Will this relationship survive? Hashtag COVID-19. And today we're going to talk about relationships in this COVID-19 crisis. So, some of us are locked in with our significant others, and
Save me.
whatever. We're finding out things about our partners that some of us are finding out things about our partner that we didn't know. And then there's some things that we did know we thought we can handle, but in a COVID-19 crisis, this woman is driving me crazy or this man is driving me crazy. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. But before we get into that, y'all know what it is. We have to get to Queen V's word on the street. Queen V, take it away.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
Place your ear to your speaker and get ready for Queen V's word on the street.
It's the queen, y'all. It's the queen, y'all.
So, word on the street. Now, y'all know we haven't talked about, Dre, we have not talked about reality TV, I think, all of 2020. Next episode, we need to talk reality TV.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
So, any of y'all that have been listening to the show for a while know that Dre and I are like reality TV junkies. I love my ratchet TV, and we watch it all. The ratchet stuff. We don't watch the good for you stuff. You know,
it's got to be some fighting.
It's got to,
some bitches and some hoes.
If they not cussing, if they not fighting over somebody else's man, if they not fighting over dumb stuff, we not interested. So, we definitely got to get y'all caught up on all the shenanigans. We'll try to do that on the next episode. But the Real Housewives of Atlanta has ended, and they had a virtual reunion show, which was actually better than them being in person.
Nah, what about the fighting?
I mean, because, they're very reserved, and they're in their beautiful gowns, and they're sitting on the couch. But it was funny because you got to see people, like Andy would mute people.
That was good. That was good.
They were making all these faces in the camera. I think that they were able to come out of their shell and really say what's on their mind a little bit more than they do in person, because you know what they say, that the bully behind the cyber bully, the person that's, when you're by yourself and it's just you talking to a camera, video, you tend to be, more gangster than you are when you in that person's face.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Nene, well, she did it twice. The first reunion, she shut down her computer. She was over it. She came back.
Can't stand her.
But the second part of the reunion, Nene just exited, just was done. And she pretty much has said that, so, they're saying, she's used to being front and center, and, that's just not the case this year, and that might be why she's feeling some kind of way. But she thinks that she said that she left because she felt attacked and that she's being treated differently than other cast members.
She put that on herself.
So she's saying
Nene's a bully. Yeah, phone ring. How a phone gonna ring in the middle of a podcast? Hold on, y'all. Hey, we're in the middle of a podcast. I'm not editing this either. I'm gonna keep this on the recording. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just saying we're in the middle of a podcast. I just want to let you know, but I'm not going to take this out. I'm going to keep it in there to show people how real we are. You know what I'm saying? The phone ringing. We recording right now. Yeah, I keeps it real. See? So I'm going to leave it in there. Okay. Again, you called before? Oh, okay. All right. She's okay. All right. All right. All right. Bye. All right. That was your mother, Renelle. And I think it's cool that we're not taking this out. I have no problem with leaving it in. We keeps it real around here.
Anywho.
And she said to tell him it was your mother-in-law calling again. So that was Renelle's mom, my mama.
Don't you add that to your list of things to get on your nerves.
No, your mama don't get on my nerves. Not in the least bit.
So anywho, yeah, so she, she said that, she felt like she was being treated differently. And so that's why she left. To me, this is the thing. Like, I get that you felt like you were being treated differently, but, you agreed to come to this reunion. You know how these reunions are. You know they backstabbing and talking about each other. Like, you've been doing this show for how many years? Like, why are you walking off the set?
I think she
and this is the
spoiled.
Second time you did it. Like, this is like you did this the first reunion. Part 1, you did it. Part 2, you do it again. Like it. Hey, but you're the oldest. You're the most mature. Quotation. Y'all can't see my air quotation marks. You're the most mature of the group. You've been there the longest. Like, I'm not understanding. And if you felt that you were being mistreated, you handle that conversation afterwards. But you do what you came to do. As long as they weren't being disrespectful to you. I mean, I don't see that they were doing anything different to you than they do to anybody else. I think she's just a spoiled brat, and she's used to being the center of attention, and she's not.
Yeah, that's what it is, and she's a bully.
She's a big bully.
She's a big bully.
And she doesn't know how to apologize without making you feel like you owe her an apology with her apology.
You're right. And then she claims that she claims the victim role.
Yes.
I don't like her. I don't know.
Yes.
I ain't gonna say I can't stand her. I mean, I can't stand her in a reality TV way. Not as a person, because I don't know her, but she's just a bully.
Yeah. So
the heck with
but
her.
anyway, I just thought that was interesting that she claims that that's the reason why she walked off the set.
Interesting. Very interesting. All right, so now we're gonna get into this episode about this quarantine thing. Who's driving who crazy?
Child, listen.
Look, no, you listen. This is how it's gonna go down. You gonna tell me some things that's driving you crazy about me, and I'll tell you some things that's driving me crazy. Wait. About you. No, this is it. We're gonna go informal. Just go ahead. We just name a few things.
Well,
you started out.
Yeah, but let's have a limit. Because if it get too out of hand, somebody might catch some feelings. Hint, hint, Dre, and do a Nene on me.
I'm not gonna do nothing.
So
I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna take it like a man. I'm gonna take it like a man, and that's it. That's what it is.
But no, seriously, y'all, we hear about all these folks that are, quarantining, and they may be in a relationship that they're not happy in, and they stuck, at home with the wife. They can't be at, the mistress house, vice versa, right? You got these kids that you trying to homeschool. That's enough to make anybody day drink. For real.
And all you parents who keep blaming the teachers, saying that, oh, little Raheem ain't learning nothing. That teacher needs to be fired. Now you are in charge of teaching him, and he won't sit his little ass down. So now, who do you think it is now? Is it the teacher now, or is it you? So blame yourself or your kid, little badass kid.
That sounds like a personal issue.
It is.
Is there something you want to share with the audience?
Nope. Go ahead. Got HIPAA violations, man. HIPAA. Can't say stuff.
So for real though, we just thought that we liven it up, we lighten it up a little bit and just talk about us, and quarantine life in our household. So, we have a couple of kids. They both in high school. They've been home with us since March, mid-March. And we'll be here for the rest of the school year, at least till September. Maybe longer. We just don't know. But I think for the most part, I'm good with them.
Yeah,
we got a good understanding. They do their homework. They get everything done. I ain't got no complaints. I did have to cuss a teacher out. I I did have to cuss the teacher out. But since then, me and this teacher been on the same page. We understand each other. You know, I did make her cry. My bad. I'm sorry. But I get a little cray-cray when it comes to my cheering. And, you know, I become mama bear, very protective. And I ain't like the way you spoke to my child. So I had to talk to her. I was professional. I was nice, nasty, you know?
But they've been good for the most part in this quarantine.
They've
been handling it very well.
Listen, I ain't got no problems with the kids. My problem, y'all, has been with this dude I call Dre.
Whatever. So,
you know, Dre and I are very opposite. We have known this since we got together. I think as he get older, you know, he almost 50, y'all. As he get older,
I'm 48.
You know,
I'm 48, people. I'll be 48 May 30th.
He almost 50. That's what I say. He almost 50. So as he's getting older in his old age, he's getting more set in his ways. So some of those differences are like glaring at me. And when you're in this quarantine and, you know, I'm an extrovert and he's an introvert, it's worked perfectly up until now because I ain't never here and he at home sitting on his ass happy, right? But now I'm here in his space with my happy-go-lucky up at 6 a.m., you know, life is wonderful, glass half full, see the positive in everything. And I know I'm driving him crazy, but he's driving me insane, y'all.
How? How am I driving you insane?
And I can't escape. I'm stuck.
Tell me how I'm driving you insane. I can't wait to hear this list. Tell me how I'm driving you insane.
Numero uno. You are OCD. And on top of being OCD, y'all, he is a germaphobe.
How am I OCD?
So you're OCD and you're a germaphobe.
How am I OCD? Explain that.
I'm trying to, but you keep cutting me off.
Go ahead.
You keep cutting me off. Matter of fact, let me add that. Wait, hold on. Let me add that to my list. Won't let me talk. But for real, like, he's very strategic about everything that he does. He's very, you know, OCD. You know, things have to be done a certain way. If they're not, it drives him insane.
Like what?
Like,
when you say that, people say, oh, he got to eat a certain way. The plate has to be like that. And it ain't nothing like that. Explain exactly.
How you know what people think? They know what I mean when I say OCD. You have to have things a certain way. I just said that.
What things?
For instance, let's bring it into quarantine mode, okay? So because he's a germaphobe, there is certain things that he will do and has to do a certain way. So when you go to the grocery store, first of all, he ain't allowed to go grocery shopping with me, okay? Because dude had an anxiety attack in the middle of the store.
When?
The first and only time you went grocery shopping with me.
Whatever.
We get home, I say, Dre, where are your snacks? Where's your cereal? Oh, I forgot it. Because he had an anxiety attack in the middle of the grocery store. Probably because his OCD kicked in and, you know, people weren't doing what he thought they should have been doing and it just was too much for him. Nobody was wearing a mask. Nobody was social distancing. And he just lost it. He just lost it.
Can I ask you a question? Why is it OCD when I just started doing this with the germ stuff about this was about the virus. This wasn't about germs. This is about the virus.
I just said I'm going to put a quarantine twist on it. Now, do you want me to talk about just your overall OCD or would you like me to talk about
Go ahead.
The quarantine OCD? Thing. Make up your mind.
I wouldn't classify it as OCD because of the quarantine.
No, you're just OCD in general. You're just on a high. You're just out of control.
Go ahead.
So when we come home with the groceries, or when I come home with the groceries, because he can't go grocery shopping with me no more. When I come home with the groceries, I'm not allowed to take them out the car, even though I'm the one that put them in there. I don't know why he feels like I can't touch them. After that point,
I'm sorry. I gotta stop you here.
See,
I gotta stop you here.
Oh Lord!
Can you imagine if I didn't come out there and get those groceries? What would you say? What have you said when I don't come out and get those groceries?
But that's not the point. I'm making is that you don't
I come get those groceries because I am supposed to.
That is not why.
You don't never bring
You're
your groceries
lying to
in.
the public.
Brunel, before quarantine, who brung in the groceries? Who meets you right?
kids.
No, who
The kids.
Who meets you right out there to
The
get 'em?
kids.
You don't want the kids to do it this time. So who's that? Who's
You
left?
don't want the kids to do it.
Who's left with doing it?
Y'all, let me tell y'all, he's lying to y'all. One time I went grocery shopping and he wasn't home. He calls me before he thought I was home to tell me, leave the groceries in the car. I will take care of them. The reason he wants to take care of them is because he cleans everything. And he has a very particular way that he does everything. He looks through the bags. He puts the dump stuff to the side. He puts the things that need to be washed over here. He puts the things that can just be sprayed over there. He carefully lays everything out. I think it's amazing to watch. I do. I really do.
Did I do that before post COVID-19?
You did not, but you asked me to talk about your OCD
Okay.
ways for quarantine.
Okay.
Make up your mind. It's the second time you've done that.
I just want them to make sure that I do this because of the quarantine thing. I haven't been doing this all my life.
You want me to talk about your OCD? Would you like me to talk about pre-quarantine?
No, go ahead. Go
because
with the
you
quarantine.
seem to be confused as to what your request was for me to talk about.
The quarantine thing is just being careful with the groceries. But go ahead. Go with the groceries. Go ahead.
But the OCD part is about the fact that you are very meticulously doing things, and you do them the same way every time. And if it's not done that way, you're going to lose your freaking cool. Period. You're going to lose your cool. You can shake your little head over there till it fall off.
Not
it's
true.
The truth. It's the truth. It is the truth. I moved his medicine, y'all. I moved his medicine. No lie. 5 minutes later, he had moved it back.
I put that medicine there so I don't forget to take it. That's why I put it there, so I don't forget to take it.
The fact that he knew it was missing tells me he's not going to forget to take it.
It was in
he was well aware of the fact that medicine had been moved within 5 minutes of it being moved.
It's in a common area. I saw it there. And then now I don't see it there. Of course I'm going to notice it's not there. If I go in the living room and move the TV and you come in there, you're going to know it's not there. It's a common area where it's something, you see it. I see it. The medicine was right there. I always see it. If it ain't there, it ain't there. That's why I keep it before I take it. Go ahead. Next.
Anywho.
You're insane.
I'm insane?
Go.
I'm insane? Okay. I think that you just don't like me calling you out on your little ways.
No, I love it. I need to know. But go ahead, continue.
And can I say that he also, y'all, is wearing winter clothes in May because he doesn't want the virus to get on his arms.
Droplets.
I guess he's going to lick his arm.
They're
I don't
droplets.
know. I don't know. You going to lick your arm?
No, it's droplets.
Okay, but are you going to lick your arm?
No, but droplets get in the air. You know, I could touch my arm and then scratch my face and not even know it.
But you shouldn't be touching your face, period.
I know that. But when, sometimes I forget. So I don't want droplets on. I don't want my whole body.
But if you scratch your arm with your winter sweater on and then go touch your face, it's the same thing.
No.
But you could be so much cooler.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I'm
talking about when I get home, I'll take it off. I could take the sweater or the hoodie off, and then my arms is fine. But I can't. If I go into the store without it, then my arms are exposed.
So when you go to wash your hands when you come home for 20 seconds, wash your arm too.
I'm not going through all of that. That's taking a shower.
So you'd rather just be hot.
Go ahead, Vernell. What's the next? I mean, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. I say we go with you. What you got? What's your number one?
About this quarantine?
About me.
Okay. So here's the thing.
He really excited.
All right.
Y'all.
So it's one thing. It has something to do with the groceries. When I wash these groceries and all that stuff and clean them up because of
and you do an awesome job. We are so proud of you. Thank you for keeping us safe.
And first, let me tell y'all why I do this. I clean the groceries because I seen people in the grocery store coughing right in front of the groceries on the shelf and either covering their mouth and then grabbing the groceries, looking at the ingredients and putting it back, or just coughing and letting those droplets go all over the groceries that's on the shelf. I don't trust that. I don't know what people in there doing. I don't know if they sneezing, coughing, but I wipe down the groceries. So that's why I do it.
And I agree with wiping down the groceries.
And that's why I do it. But
I agree with that.
But when I started doing it and thinking about it and telling Queen V here, oh, I was being ridiculous. But now some doctor gets on YouTube and says, this is how you should wipe down groceries. Now all of a sudden it's good. I've been doing that way before that sucker told everybody to do it.
First of all.
But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give you a chance to defend yourself now, but I'm going to tell you what my pet peeve about you in this quarantine.
No, I mean, seriously. I appreciate you wiping down the groceries. I think that is a good idea in the middle of this pandemic, right?
Right.
I totally agree. We should try to stay as healthy as we can. I'm just saying that you are a little extravagant with your methods and you get very excited about it too.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but I can't tell. You're like,
all right. Okay.
You're like really excited about it.
I'm not.
He decides, he goes every week, he starts thinking about it and in the most effective way. So, last week it might have been the spray, and this week he's moved to the Clorox wipes, and then he's moved to antibacterial dish soap. He's figured out different ways, and I'm intrigued. I'm actually impressed. You should write a book.
It's a very fast way of doing it now. It works.
Put out a YouTube video.
It works for me. You know what? That's a good idea. I think I should. That's a good idea. I think I'm going to put out a YouTube video.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all, in advance.
So here's what I do. This is what drives me crazy about you. I come in and I set it up and I'm wiping it down. You'll if you'll ask me, do I want you to do it? And I'm like, no. And it's not that I don't trust you. I think there's some things that
he doesn't trust me.
No, and see that's what drives me crazy. That's it right there. You just did it for me.
You don't trust me.
She don't believe me when I say it's not that I don't trust her. It's just that I will do more. She'll do it and she'll do it well. But there's some stuff that I go above and beyond. So I'm not saying it's a lack of effort on her part because I think she would do it. But what I'm saying is I would go a little bit beyond and I go straight to the extreme to any possible way that we can get, any possible area of the grocery that can have droplets on it, I clean it. And that's it. Plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? I think you don't think like that. You just, you wipe it down and all of that. But for example, okay.
God made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
He made viruses too, and viruses infect.
I'm just joking.
So look,
trying to get you upset.
The oranges, with the oranges, you, what do you do with the oranges? How do you clean them?
You want to know how I clean my oranges?
Tell me how you clean them, and then I'm gonna tell you how I do them.
Okay, I put soap and water in the kitchen sink. I pour all the oranges from the bag in the sink. I let them sit in the water, soap and water, and soak. I pull them out one by one. I wash them off one by one. I dry them, and I put them in the fruit basket.
Okay. All right. So I guess there's no problem with that. But with me, I grab one orange. I get a washcloth, get it nice and soapy with the antibacterial soap, and it's the washcloth is very soapy, and I sit there and I cover the whole orange with the washcloth, and I just wash it like I'm washing my face. Rinse it off. Next orange, same process. Rinse it off. Next orange. I go through each one of them one by one. I don't soak them. I don't do any of that. If you clean them, just do it with the soap, with the wash rag. I mean, what is it called? Not wash rag, I guess. Washcloth. Yeah, the washcloth. And I just rub them there. I just get them nice and soapy and clean them in some hot water and keep it moving. Now, we're kind of similar with that, so I agree with that.
I mean, I think it's a little, I do think yours is a little extreme. I mean, first of all, you're going to peel the orange.
That's true.
You're not going to eat the orange peel.
And see, this is.
And if you wash your hands, you're good.
This is what you don't think about. Okay, so look. We're never
gonna get off of this topic.
We don't eat the orange peel, right? We don't. However, we grab that orange because the contact is with the orange peel in our hand. So
Correct.
if that's not clean and we peel an orange, we now have the germs on our hand, which means we're touching the orange that's already peeled and breaking it off into the pieces, putting it in our mouth, and that's a way of transporting bacteria into your body. So you can't say we don't eat.
Are bagged, y'all. I just want to put that disclaimer out
There's
there.
holes in that bag, though. And you got to figure who put it in that bag. They were hand put in that bag. There ain't no machine that puts them in the bag. You think? Anyway,
all right,
let's go.
moving on. We're moving
Next
on.
one.
Is that my pet peeve?
That's it. Leave me the fuck alone.
No problem.
Uh,
If you don't think you're OCD after this conversation, just ask
I'll-
the folks listening.
I'll listen to it.
Secondly, because he's an introvert and he loves to be home and, likes to, he's an introvert. He loves to be at home, loves to be sitting back, chilling, watching TV.
Love it.
So, he's a little bit of what I would call lazier than I am. I like to get up and go. I don't like to be laying around all the time, taking naps and carrying on. So his laziness has started to, have a little bit of effect on me this quarantine because, I get to experience it because I'm home. I'm not out running the streets. I'm not out of town. Like I was supposed to be just getting home from Atlanta today. Like literally I had to cancel my flight like 2 weeks ago. So because I'm not being around him enough, even though I know he's lazy and don't like to do nothing, it didn't really bother me because, he let me do me and I ain't never around to really pay it attention. But now I'm sitting up in here and he want me to be lazy with him. That's the part that irritates the hell out of me. Like, I don't want to sit up on this couch and watch TV and eat shit. I'm big enough. I don't, why am I doing this? I don't understand. What can I gain from doing this?
A good relationship. I mean, we could bonding time,
That's his love language. His love language is, to spend time together. But he doesn't want to do anything but sit and eat and watch TV. Cause, he lazy. He don't like to do a whole lot. He gets out of the bed every morning and he's always the last out of the bed because I told y'all I'm an early bird. He's always the last out of bed.
Which is what, 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock?
That's only because you working. You slept till noon on Saturday.
8 o'clock?
Don't front.
Wait. How many times have I slept till noon in all the 26 years you've been knowing me?
If I would let you every weekend.
Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. But let's go ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
You do that. Anywho, he
Bullshit.
literally rolls out of the bed and walks off. He don't make no bed. He just gets out the bed. He takes his clothes off. You can literally tell what position he was standing in when he took off his clothes because his pants are going to be on the floor in that same position. I can tell you which leg was in front of the other based on the way his pants have been left on the floor. His ass is lazy. You're just lazy. You do the bare minimum.
Of what? Living?
Everything.
Of living?
Of everything.
Don't I have that right to do that in my own home where I live and pay rent? And this is my place where I should be able to do whatever I want when I want. I should feel great about it. I
live with other people.
So because
you have a spouse
because
that
I live
shares
with
a room with you.
Because I live with other people, I got to get up the same time you get up?
Absolutely not. Okay. But when your ass gets up, you need to make the bed. Because I go to bed before you. I'm an early riser, and I go to bed at 10 o'clock so I get my beauty rest. When I go to get ready to go to bed, I got to make a freaking bed if I hadn't made it earlier that day. Because you get out the bed and you keep it moving. And because I'm not as lazy as him, once I get out the bed and I go on about my day, I don't go back to my bedroom until it's time for bed. So I go up there to get in the shower and go to the bed, and my bed looks like, we done had a good night. That's what the bed looking like right now. And I'm trying to understand Why I got to be the one to make the bed when your ass was the last one to get out of it?
And this is a quarantine issue.
This is an all-day issue. Now I done moved on to on issue, but this falls into your laziness. It just falls into the category of laziness. What is starting to irk me more than it did before.
Let's stick to the quarantine pet peeves.
You know what?
Okay.
Whatever. Moving on. What's yours? Okay,
so, let me think of one. I mean, I got a few, but
I'm a wonderful spouse, y'all.
I'll tell you.
He's having a hard time. I have a whole list. He's having a hard time.
I want to tell you what my pet peeve is. I get
it.
I'll tell you what my pet peeve is. My pet peeve is every time I tell you something, like when I heard that about the droplets and all of that stuff. Who said it? If it ain't CNN, look, if it ain't CNN, you don't believe it. Now, the Today Show, the Today Show, that's a reliable source. But you always saying, it is. Oh, where'd you hear it from? Where'd you hear it from?
I am always asking, where did you hear it from? Because sometimes you don't hear things from reliable sources and you run with it. And y'all got to keep in mind, he believes in conspiracy theories. Okay? So I have to ask him, where did you hear this from? Did you make this up? Did you hear it from your group of conspiracy theory friends? Did you hear it from some news outlet ain't nobody ever heard of? I have to ask those kind of questions because I know who I'm talking to.
And part of that pet peeve is that you assume that everybody, you assume a lot of things about other people, like other people. Like, and let me give you a good example. I'll say, this is just an example. You'll say, Vernell, Andre, let's go to the store. Let's go to Burger King. I'm not going to Burger King, Vernell, because they don't wear masks in there. Then you'll say something like, those people ain't going to let their business go. Trust me, they ain't going to let their business go. They being careful. You just assume that everybody cares about the safety and the well-being of others. Like you always say, they ain't trying to have no lawsuit. Some of them just don't care. Some of these business owners, they don't give a damn. Chick-fil-A, I'll give you a perfect example. Chick-fil-A pulled up there today. I was going to get me something. I finally let go and kind of let go some of the fear of eating other places. And I look in the window because you can't go in. Only the drive-thru was open. Not one person in there has a mask on. And then what do you say? Not in this situation, because this morning you didn't say that. You agreed with me. But most
let me finish. What are you talking about?
It was just an example. That's what I'm saying. When we talk, it was just an example of how you always say they ain't gonna they're not trying to lose business. They're not trying to get somebody sued. You keep thinking just because people are in fear of getting sued and stuff that they won't do certain stuff or they won't clean. You think every business, put it this way, you think every business is gonna go all out and clean because they don't want to go out of business or get sued. That's not true. A lot of them think they won't get caught. A lot of them think that nobody's going to get sick. A lot of them think the health inspector ain't going to catch them. And a lot of them think just don't give a damn. So you got to stop saying, stop being so scared. Them people ain't trying to lose their license. Half of them don't give a damn. They about making that money. If that's the case, then a lot of these businesses won't be opening. You see what I'm saying? You always assume that people are scared of losing their business and stuff. They don't give a damn, especially some of these Chinese restaurants, because I see them washing clothes in a wok. That's disgusting.
So I'm going to agree with you because you seem really upset. You seem really hyped about this situation, but I'm really confused because I haven't eaten out since this quarantine, and you keep giving me examples about Chinese restaurants and Burger King and Chick-fil-A, and what the hell does that have to do with anything?
All right, I'm going to tell you why. I was using that as an example, as a situation.
But it's not a good example.
Okay, so all right, let me give you an example that's realistic for you. I guess because it has to be realistic.
Because I don't get it. I'm confused.
Hold up, let me just see.
I get it. We don't have to keep going down this lane. I get it. You're right.
I'll give you an example. What's the name of that place? Mango. I said when we first started we were about to order from there, or whatever, about food or something. You was like, them people ain't trying to get sued. What the hell? What? How do you know that they don't care? How do you know that they even care? You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
So I guess I got to get realistic with you.
Absolutely.
So it has to be realistic. So Mango. When we first started saying we was going to get something from there, you was like, oh, those people ain't trying to get sued. They going to clean it. They going to do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to say this. I don't remember these situations, but I'm going to just say you are absolutely right. I see where you going with that. And yeah, I shouldn't make them assumptions. No, I shouldn't.
Go ahead. What's yours? The next time
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
The next time you say, oh, them people ain't trying to lose their license or something like that, them people ain't trying to get people sick, I'm going to call you on it. I'm going to take you right back to this episode, mark 35 minutes into the podcast, and I'm going to call your ass on it. I swear, I am.
I know you are because you're OCD.
If you talk in your sleep and say some shit like that, I'm going to wake you up and I'm going to let you hear this.
I know you are because you're OCD.
Quarantine pet peeve about me. Go ahead.
Honestly, I think just outside of the OCD and the laziness, the other thing I think that's a pet peeve. I do got one more.
What's so lazy about me sitting around? What the hell am I supposed to do all day? But go ahead.
You're lazy because you don't do anything.
Like what?
Like clean. Like, except for his room.
No, that's bullcrap. I clean. Every day I don't need to clean. The girls clean the bathroom.
Not our bathroom.
Look.
You don't use their bathroom. Do you use their bathroom?
Go ahead, now. Go ahead.
Anywho.
If I got up and cleaned the bathroom every day, she'd still call me lazy. But go ahead.
This is starting to sound more like a need for a counseling session.
Whatever, go ahead.
Or something. I mean, you seem to be getting a little testy with me, and I don't understand. This is supposed to be fun.
This ain't fun. Go.
You made me forget what I was going to say.
What's number 3?
Dang it, I forgot.
Oh, good.
Oh, I remember. You almost 50, right?
Yes.
So I'm trying to understand why you got to go live on everything. You got to Snapchat everything.
I don't use Snapchat anymore, but go ahead. So old. That's last 2-3 years ago.
I'm just trying to understand. Like, we could literally be sitting here, and next thing I know, I'm on a freaking live. Like, I don't understand. Why am I on the live? Why is this moment that we're having right now for the world to see? Why must the world see? He about to go live now. Seriously, why does the world have to see everything that we do? Why can't you just live in the moment? We went to Botanical Gardens the other day. You're videotaping the whole thing. How can you enjoy your time with your family if you're videotaping?
Okay.
That means you're not 100% in.
You want me to answer that? Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking on my phone with my OCD ways. We were there for about 45 minutes, and my total video time for the 45 minutes we were there is a 32-second one and a 15-second one. So I'll say a minute, round it off. So I was videotaping for a minute. We were there about 45 minutes. I used 1 minute to videotape something, and I don't see what's wrong with that. And I do videotape it because sometimes I want to
videotape a lot.
Because I want to bring all this stuff together and do a one big family movie. I
get the Botanical Gardens. Okay, I understand that's where you're going.
And why do you mention my age? Like, what does my age have to do with anything?
Because it's something I feel like teenagers do.
No,
I feel like teenagers go live for everything.
No, I don't go live for everything. Let's count how many lives I got within the last 2 weeks.
Why did I say anything? You know what?
No, let's see. I'm going straight to my page right here. Let's see.
Because some of them you erase. You don't do them all.
No. Let's count in the last 2 weeks.
Oh Lord, help me.
There's none. Wow.
It's lying.
This bitch lied.
No, Andre.
It's like, I'm just kidding with the bitch part. No, in the last 2 weeks, no, none.
You have.
My last
you just
lie.
I just looked at you and said, "Don't put me on that live," and you stopped it.
Renelle, I'm done with you. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's not a quarantine thing.
I just think that, we'll be sitting in here watching something, or we'll be sitting in here, in club quarantine, and next thing I know, you are live. And I'm like, why can't we just be in the moment? Why does everyone have to know what we're doing?
I don't do it that much.
Okay. Moving on.
Is that it?
I think this has been really fun.
I
don't know that
great.
I don't know that you're
I think it was great.
But no, seriously, I think we'll survive the quarantine. I really do. I mean, we've been together for so long. We've been through other things. We've survived. I think we will survive the quarantine. I mean, we've snapped at each other a few times. Yeah, give or take.
Whatever.
He got mad at me. He got mad at me today, y'all, because I came downstairs in between meetings and made myself some microwave popcorn. And got upset with me. I think, we're just having our moments.
Why did I get upset? Tell him why. What my reason why? Tell him my reason why.
He said because I didn't offer popcorn to anyone else.
And when the kids make popcorn, what do you say to them?
Not all the time.
But what do you say to them sometimes?
I tell them that they should ask people if they want anything.
Okay, good night. Thank y'all all for listening. We're going to end this podcast right here. Have a good night.
Different though.
No, it's not different. It is
different. I am the mother, and I am training these kids to not be selfish and to ask people, do they want something? Because that's just what I'm trying to train them up to learn how to do. I'm not saying that that's something.
PWYP. Practice what you preach.
I do practice what I preach.
You didn't
But
today.
I was coming downstairs between meetings to hurry up and get me a snack because I had to go right back upstairs to a meeting. I didn't have time to make all of y'all popcorn.
This show is not about your popcorn fetish. Let's go. Let's keep it moving and let's go. Nobody gives a damn about your popcorn fetish. This was a good episode.
We shall see. But no, seriously, I just think that I think we're all trying to deal with, life as we know it, this new normal. We're all adjusting, and we are learning new things about our spouses and ourselves. I've learned some things about me, in these last 2 months. Like, damn, I need to work on that, So I think that we're all, learning and growing in this process. And, I'm just praying that, I just continue to accept the things I cannot change. And we survived this.
Yes, we'll be fine.
We'll be fine. We
I love
survived
you.
this. Yeah, I know you do.
All right. Well, that's going to be it, y'all. Okay. I got to tell you, I got to make a quick announcement. We have moved from WeInTheLounge.com to InTheLoungeWithDreandVee.com. So you're going to spell out the word and V is with 2 E's. So I'm not going to keep saying that all the time, but it's InTheLoungeWithDreandVee.com. Okay. So if you go to We in the Lounge, it will direct you there. So you'll be fine anyway, but I just wanted to let you know. So check us out. Got a new web page. If you want to listen, we're going to start taking phone calls. Not phone calls. I'm sorry. Well, we can take phone calls. We have the capability of taking phone calls, but we're going to start taking emails. We're going to start taking emails, and we're going to discuss some of the emails and read some over the phone. You can email us about any situations that you're having that you might need some advice on. It could be about a relationship. It could be about anything, work or whatever. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to post that in the Facebook group, the In the Lounge with Dre and Vee Facebook group. So be looking for that too. And that's going to do it for In the Lounge with Dre and Vee. We thank you very much, and we are out of here.
Peace.